that normally don't occur as a coordinator. They're popping up, on a weekly occurrence now, and so which is a good thing. We talked about the alignment with George and Kevin and Ryan, and so we're all on the same page and how we want to attack the season, attack this week, and we'll formulate the game plan from there. But it's really, to me, it's integrating the three phases, which haven't been a part of just that game planning process. I've seen it and look to carry out my orders per se, but now it's coming up with a plan to attack that team and come out with the W at the end of the day.
Able to reveal your starting left tackle?
Yeah, I'll go with Braxton.
Thank you.
Jalen seemed to indicate that he's hoping to get out there next Monday night. From the football side, from the coaching side, what do you want to see of him this week that says he's ready to go?
Yeah, well, whenever
Ben Johnson is our left tackle, everybody. Braxton Jones is our left tackle.
making sure that injury doesn't reoccur again. And so, I know he's feeling significantly better than obviously he was from the start, and we'll see what he looks like moving around and hopefully take it from there. But I know he's excited to get back out with his teammates here soon.
You have extensive experience against Flores the last couple of years. What about his defense presents a challenge, and you've had pretty good success?
Yeah, I mean, what doesn't create a challenge? He's an outstanding coach. All kinds of issues. I mean, there's not a team that pressures more than Minnesota has over the last 2 years. And I go back to what I admired most about New England when I was a young coach in this business, and they had the ability to morph week in and week out. And he does that. He does that as a coordinator. You don't really know what you're going to get. You have to adjust in the middle of the game. Our guys have to be open-minded and be willing to understand we're going to get hit in the teeth a couple times. That's the nature of doing business with this crew. They've got some really good players. They're really well coached. They're really ball conscious. They're going after the ball all the time. I think they were number one in turnovers last year, and that's a credit to how they practice because it shows up on game tape. So, I mean, you can go on the stat sheet and it's, points per game. I think they're top 5. They're really good on critical downs. So 3rd and 4th down, they're excellent. And it was a phenomenal rushing defense last year as well. So we're going to have in front of us.
The value of running the ball to not be in those obvious long situations where blitz could be coming.
Yeah, I mean, as always, we're going to do whatever we need to do to move the football. So if that means we can run the ball 50 times a game, great. If that means we need to throw it 50 times a game, that's great as well. We're going to find a way to move the ball ahead, and each week's kind of its own puzzle that we're looking to solve.
With the operation, the entirety of the playbook and learn everything that they were doing out in camp. Now that you're in the actual game, it's more condensed.
Yeah, I think the easy answer is certainly what the plays are, what the cadence is going to be. You've practiced it that way over the course of the week, but at the same time, I mean, now the real bullets are flying, and so there's also that degree of pressure that some guys feel, not all, but some guys do feel that, and so we've tried to put a lot of pressure on our guys over the course of camp to find out who those guys are that can handle that extra noise, and I'm confident that we're going to be just fine going forward.
With the production you had last season against this defense, what of that is applicable for you this week as you try to put together a game plan for this team?
Yeah, I mean, we're a completely different team. I've been saying that all along. So, it'd be easy just to copy and paste a plan from the past, but that's not the case. It's not who we are. And so that's not what we're going to do. And, we've got some things that we feel really good about getting our guys in space potentially and letting them go to work. But I always go back, first game of the season, regardless of who you're playing, it comes down to the fundamentals, the techniques, and who can do the little things right. Communication needs to be on the same page. I think that's where this defense in particular stresses an offense is, they try to create a lot of one-on-ones, and all it takes is one guy to lose his one-on-one and a negative play happens. So we're going to focus on our details and playing sound football.
I know in that first game.
Caleb's games against Minnesota, I know kind of completely different offense. Is there anything that he's seen Flores' defense?
Yeah, there's no question. We're looking at the entire season last year and knowing full well that Flores has had a whole offseason to change as well. year one of his defense was one thing, and it had some major changes there going into year two, and I expect the same thing here year three. You just don't know what it is until you get into the game, and I think that's what makes them so dangerous.
What did Braxton show you these past couple of weeks that led him to get the opportunity in week one?
He knows what he's doing. Is it perfect every play? No, it's not. But we did see the execution go up over the course of the last few weeks, and so there is a trust level in him knowing what to do, and we think that he's going to continue to ascend the more reps that he gets.
Do you think that adding another player to the left tackle mix, did that sort of light a fire under Braxton when Theo was getting some of those ones reps? Did you see his competition?
I mean, I think competition is good for everybody, but you'd have to ask him if it lit a fire on him. I think all these guys are highly competitive as is, and highly motivated to come in, do well for themselves, but also for their team. So I don't know that necessarily had anything to do with it, but like I said, I think the more reps that Braxton gets, the better off he's going to be.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you, Ben.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's G Walker here, man. I'm off camera right now. I just saw the press conference and I saw it on my phone, and I was like, I'm gonna just go live and see who I can get on here. Who pops up, man. And the starters were announced, man. I mean, not the starters, but the captains were announced. I was 3 or 4. Shout out to my boy Bobby of Chicago Bears Central, pretty much telling me that I was right about JJ not being a captain. I was like, I don't think Jalen Johnson is going to be a captain on this team. And Bobby was like, you was right, G Walker, no JJ. So I got Joe Tooney was right. I got Caleb was right. I was right on Grady Jarrett. Only person I missed on was the only person I missed on. The only person I missed on was Kevin Byard. So Braxton Jones is our starting left tackle. That's not ideal. But he's the most left tackle with the most reps. You know what I mean? So Braxton Jones is our left tackle right now, man. So it is what it is, man. Audrey Trapillo was looking like the presumably starting left tackle, but it looks like he was more comfortable at right tackle, coming from Dan Rochard. So that happened, and then Theo was probably not as good as Braxton Jones. So Braxton Jones is our starting left tackle, man. Kind of saw it coming. I kind of saw it coming. And I said before, I said, let's give Braxton Jones a chance to see how he does with Joe Tooney and Dahlman as his left and the center. You know what I mean? Like, we just got to see if he might be just better. They can help double team a little bit, help him out a little bit. So we're going to see how it goes Monday night. We're going to see how it goes. I'm going to end this live soon. I just wanted to pop up in here and, let's get the press conference going and see what the reaction was. I knew he was going to say who the captains were. I knew he was going to name who the left tackle was because it's time. So we heard it. I'm G Walker, the CNG Podcast, and I'm out of here, you guys. Peace.